Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Mike Gilcreast on the Mike Gilcreast Show. Everyone's welcome. I'm glad you're here. Oh, boy. I take a deep breath. We just left Bible study up in Oviedo, Florida. So now, we're here at the studio trying to, bring forth another exciting show. Love it, love it, love it, life. I'm excited. I'm more excited now because next week I'll be on a cruise exploring the Caribbean waters and stuff, and probably hit some of the Atlantic Ocean, and just enjoy. I enjoy it. I'm telling you, most relaxing time I have. Even gives me time to reflect is when I get away from everything. But I'm on the balcony of my room. We're supposed to be in like the penthouse or something sweet or whatever. We're supposed to be getting a nice free upgrade, and I'm like, wow. So I'm excited. I'm really like excited because we supposed to be getting massages, all this part of the room. You know, I need it. So I get to, get relaxed and get a massage and stuff and going to spas and stuff. But I'm going, it's kind of like a pre-anniversary, but we're going to relax and, get a couple massages and stuff like that and sightsee and see the water. So it's a little different, than what we're doing, but we're coming back. And when we get back, I have church, and then on top of that, the following week we're in South Carolina, and I hope I'm able to come online in South Carolina. I probably changed up the days. We'll probably do Wednesday a little bit earlier since we're out of town, and then we might pick another day, maybe Tuesday, because then the following week, the rest of that week, I have a dinner engagement up there with the Pyatt's, a friend of mine's, Mike and Erica, looking to spend time with them and then church. Of course, we had church Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we're back here, and then again at church Sunday, and then back online Sunday. We leave Monday here to go there, and then to the cruise, and the following Sunday we leave for South Carolina. So have a book signing up there as well. So if you're up by Shaw Air Force Base, not this Sunday, but a week from this Sunday, that Monday we'll be up around Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina. So if you're up the area, come and say hi and talk to me and let me get your name so I'll give you a shout out. I'll tell you, I love doing shout outs. I love meeting people, talking to people and stuff. I met this beautiful young lady yesterday. And sometimes, I eat a healthy diet, but every now and then, if you know what I mean, I cheat. I not often. It's I can probably tell you I go, Popeye's chicken maybe 6 or 7 times a year, and so it's some places I eat like once a year. Subway, I can't tell you the last time I had Subway. It's just certain places I go. But this lady was helping, this beautiful young lady, and we're talking. She's like, I love reading books, and we're just conversating. And so I told her I was gonna give her a shout out tonight. So her name's Aaliyah. And so shout out to you, Leah, and thanks for your support and all that you do. Stay beautiful. I mean, you're a beautiful young lady, and read my book, learn from it. Hopefully you'll follow me. I got another book coming out for women and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I meet these beautiful people, and I like to keep my promise. So Leah, she gave me her name, so I'm like, I like to bring forth. Then my wife and I went to Walmart because we're looking for stuff because we just got some new electric bikes and we're looking at helmets and stuff now. So we stopped by Walmart to see if they had helmets and stuff. But I ran to two other beautiful young ladies, I didn't get their name, but if they're on the show because I think they do podcasts. I'm giving you. I just met you last night at Walmart's. I was with my wife, and so just giving a shout out, say to you too as well, and it's so many more. Everybody know I'm gearing up. I've been my films in development, but we're pushing towards that. I got a meeting tomorrow, and with the film director, and so spread the word. I mean, y'all see me now. I mean, things is going to change. It's like, my name's going to be a household name. Lives is going to be changing, and so forth, so on. I'm just excited to be able to, share my thoughts with you and stuff that we're doing. I'm always doing a lot. And I think it's, me doing a talk show, and you see my book in my background, Unworthy, Chosen, Forgiven, it's about to be in Spanish, within probably the next 90 days. So it's going to be audible. And then Then my new book's gonna be in Audible. It's gonna be in Spanish. I mean, I'm like, oh man, this is just exciting. I'm just so happy, and all the stuff that's happening for me. And it seemed like I can't believe I'm living the life that I'm now. I'm so blessed to be doing this. Uh, uh, you know, it just you know, it's just amazing. The life I live, sharing my life, my thoughts, and it's actually helping people. It's changing people's lives. I mean, I'm excited. I'm enjoying this. I'll be lying if I say I was not enjoying it. I am enjoying it. I'm blessed to live this life. It's not even work for me. It's just it builds up my life. I look so forward to getting here. Like I'm on the show. I got a Mike Gilcreast show. So I'm on my show and it's value added. And the last conversation, I mean, it was just awesome. We talked about the dude in Florida, with multiple wives and women gotta be careful. Women truly gotta be careful because, man, you know, relationships are hard as it is, right? Y'all agree, right? And on top of that, to deal with these guys when people truly want to be in love and they want to be in a exclusive relationship. God, because I'm at the point now, right? I want nothing but quality. I want to be in the real deal. I want the real relationship in front of me, before me, around me. I'm working in it. I want the real deal, and I know I want it. A lot of people want it. I mean, people want to be in love. What's wrong with it? It's something we strive to. It seems like every time we get close to getting there, something's wrong. Something happened. It doesn't work. I mean, it's just a whole list of stuff that gets in the way, and that's not right, and people want to be in love. I don't care where you're from. You probably have this where it's interpreting what I'm saying. You could be in the Philippines, you could be in Thailand, you could be in China, you could be in South America. You could be in America, you could be anywhere. Seriously, in the Caribbean. People want to be in love. What's wrong with that? What's wrong wanting the real deal for yourself? But it's so many bad actors in this. Some people want to play you. Some people want to take advantage of you. Some people want to treat you like you're a joke. Some people want to take your money. Some people want to have your baby. I mean, it's just, some people may want to just marry you to test it out and then get a divorce. Some people may be on the down low. I mean, it's a whole host of reasons, but because we have so many reasons, it's kind of hard to take marriage or even love at a face value. It's hard. It's really hard. It's not the love itself. It's not the relationship. It's just finding an intimate partner where you're exciting to get to know this person and go. We don't want to get to know people now. We want to jump their bones as soon as we meet them. That's an old term. We used to say it back in the day. That means you want to have sex as soon as you meet them. Boom. But what fun is that? I listened to the young lady. I talked about how she dated an older guy, ended up getting AIDS. I mean, that still bothers me, I mean, why can't we want the real deal because it's the real deal? Why can't we want the right thing for the right reason? Why can't we be in love just for love? The essence of it. Why can't we be true to ourselves? Biggest question is, why do we lie to ourselves? I got things to talk about always, and I don't get tired of talking, but I want to gain something from it. I want my audience. I mean, I got subscribers. I want them, saying, how can I get my relationship, this, that, and the other? I mean, real questions, and we're gonna go through this, but we don't talk about things that happen in relationships, in love, and marriage, and just the whole gamut of it. It just seems like it's like the movie that used to, the TV show that used to come out was a series called Lost in Space, right? And they had the robot and the doctor and and they just lost. And they keep us forever questing, going on trying to find, hopefully life on this place and that place, and you're just lost, and you end up finding beings. And I mean, if you've seen it back in the day, Lost in Space, I kind of grew up on watching it, coming up, and it seems like that's how love is. It's lost in space. So hard to find. Why do we play with it so much? Why can't it be real? Why can't love just be real? For the sake of love. Oh my God. Why? And the last show you was with me, so talked about how the dude was married 3 different times, and women didn't do the investigation because everybody wants to be in love. They want to be trusting. You don't want to go into a relationship and like, I'm just going to trust you. We'll hit it off, and whatever happens, we going on. I mean, that's how it should be. You should be able to get lost in each other, learning each other, educating, exploring, growing, the whole 9 yards. Oh boy. And that's how it should be. But it's amazing that it's not like that. It's not that easy. It's not, like that at all. All right, so regardless of how I say it, it's not going to be so. It's not going to be like that. And chances are, I hate to say it, it's probably never going to happen. But anyway, I talked about last time how the dude was married from Florida. He was a black man, and he's married to 3 different women. They were Caucasian, to my knowledge, and they come to find out they're married, and he wanted to take their money and joint bank accounts, and he was abusive in the relationships. All that's in the newspaper, so I'm not making. I had the poster up last time, but that got me thinking, and I'm like, what's wrong with people? And I'm not here to pass judgment, but when things are just totally out of whack, it's out of order. It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't happen to me. Well, most importantly, it shouldn't be happening to you or them, and but it's happening. And we need to address it. We need to talk about it. So we can be awareness. We can heighten our alertness and awareness. So we can do better about it, the whole way around going forward. And, because everybody's married, you may not stay married. Everybody's single, you may not stay single. Some people live together, and that may not last. And so, we always going to look for love. People get divorced, people die, people change relationships, people get tired. I mean, we could think of a whole list of reasons why people don't stay together. But for the ones that want to be married, stay together. Hey, I kind of want to talk to you. If I give single people advice on how to be single and live your fullest life, that doesn't mean have sex. That doesn't mean spread your oaks. That doesn't mean mistreat people. That doesn't mean, keep breaking up with people. No. Don't date until you're ready to get married. I'm dating for a relationship of marriage or the institute of marriage. I mean, date for the right reason. No other reason. Just that reason. All right? I only dating to marry. I've heard people say that, and I'm like, I could applaud. I could clap my hands and just be happy for them because they're doing it the right way. But when you find these bigots out here that want to just be married again and again and committing bigotry, and it's like they're biased, only looking out for themselves. It made me ask the question, even though I got more to talk about, and then sometimes we blame things on religion, and we're like, I can have multiple wives because of religion. That's just an excuse. In human reality, even though, I may have had a multitude of women, you read my book, whatever, a one woman, for real, really is too much for one man. And I'm talking about a regular person. You know, regardless of what his longevity is, regardless of how well he have sex, one woman is good enough or enough for one man. Period. For real. One woman, one man. You know, everything else is like greed. And I know the mindset. I was there. I used to be there. It's greed. You just want something else. You just want to try. And I'm not talking about nuances in relationships where guys can't handle. I'm not looking from a mental capacity of it. I'm just talking about general terms on how it should be. You know, one man, one woman in the story, but one woman is enough. Everything else I said earlier is greed. It's just greed. I'm greedy. I want it. I see it. I want it. I see it. I want it. I see it. I want it. And that's kind of like how we roll. We see it and we want it. We're greedy from that aspect. We see it and we want it. We see it and we want it. You know, and so that's not the reality of life. You can't have everything you see. You can't have everything you want. Sometimes you got to wait for it, work for it, wait for it or work for it, right? Wait for it or work for it. Sometimes you got to. And then you can enjoy the benefits of it down the line. You can enjoy, you know, being proactive, procreative in that new thing to come. Sounds kind of oblivious and then like no way, it's not possible for me. But I was looking, I'm like, one dude did it. And it's not the first time. They made movies and multiple movies of bigotry, right? When you know, or bigamous. I'm saying bigotry, but bigotry is more a prejudice thing. But bigamous is when you have you know, a multitude of women and that stuff, and you're not faithful and you're in committed relationships, and you know, such a the entity of marriage and entity of marriage. And so I'm like, how did we do this? How did we get from there? Well, it's been going around for a long time. So I did this thing of being a polygamist, right? Polygamist. It's the practice of having, let's say, I'm looking at the Wikipedia's definition. It says polygamy is the practice of having more than one spouse at the same time. Wow. Not only can you have multiple girlfriends, guess what? You can have multiple wives. But my question is, it's all wrong no matter how you look at it from a Christian standpoint. So why don't you just have multiple girlfriends and not multiple wives? Why go to the point of getting married? That part I don't understand. I can't bring rationalization to that. I don't. If you can have multiple girlfriends, why in the world would you go have multiple wives? Why would you get married multiple times? Why? Don't understand it. Don't. I can't rationalize it. I really don't get it. I don't get it. You know, greed is one thing. But why go through the process or the ceremonial aspect of getting married when you can do it and live that life without it? Why go to the altar, or go to the priest and say I do or I will, whatever, right? And you end up back where you started. 9 inches of 10, you got multiple wives, multiple girlfriends, whatever. At some point, reality sets in. And you got to just realize it, because I've been there. I can speak to it, right? You just may be by yourself again. Well, what in the world you go through all this for and you end up by yourself? Why you have all these wives, you end up by yourself? It doesn't make sense, for real. Doesn't make sense, but yet, guess what? Guess what? Newsflash, da-da-da-da. We're going to do it again. And we're going to do it again. And we're going to do it again. And we're going to do it. It's just some in us that don't click in our brains, and we're like, I'm going through this. Why marry when you can have multiple girlfriends? I'm not advocating either one. I'm saying one's more simpler than the other. That's all I'm saying. Why? I did it. I was not, in all the relationships I have, going to have multiple wives. I was not going to do that. Because for me, it's just me. I'm just speaking. For me, right? For myself, my own interpretation of life and how I'm living it. It's just me, my opinion to this, my show. So I'm just speaking, right? Why go through all that and you could just be with multiple people, have multiple partners? Why destroy the sanctity of marriage? Because of your selfishness. It doesn't make sense. I never wanted to marry 50 women at one time, 20 men, 20, 10, 8, 7. No, just didn't make sense to me. I don't want to mess up nobody's mind that bad, because I think these women, these dudes, this one guy was married to, I think these women are devastated because they all thought they was the only one. That thing hurt. I'm speaking it, but just from an emotional standpoint, I'm glad I didn't do that. I was bad. I did my stuff. I wrote my book, and I had these relationships, but I never did anything like that. That's just horrible. It's horrific. I didn't like the fact breaking with people I knew I wasn't going to be with. So it's bad enough of that, living with somebody, and you know you're not going to stay with them, and you know at some point, seriously, you're going to get caught. Some point, some place in life, and guess what happened to him? And not only does this dude have 3 wives, right? 3 wives, got married 3 times, 3 different counties. This thing bothered me. I'm telling you, I looked it up, and I'm going to give you a little more information, But I was told, right? And I'm just saying, I was told, and it's in the papers as well. But he had a girlfriend as well. All right. I'm not going to pass out. All right. It's just, that's overwhelming. Now, I thought I had 4 women pregnant at the same time. I got it. I understand pieces of it, right? I do. But the thing is, why get married? I don't get that one. You got people living, coming on, won't get married. And the shit makes no sense. I'm going to live with you. I'll act like a wife. I'll do all the wife stuff. But you ain't got to put a ring on it. No way. For me, for real, my personal interpretation of that, if I'm not married to you, I'm not treating you like a wife, period. It's not happening. You ain't getting nothing. If I'm not married, it makes no sense. Women lose. They lose all the time and I don't give it a number, right? Probably 90% of the time. It could be a little bit, maybe 80%, but I think more like 90. So let's split the difference. Let's say 85% of the time, right? Women do not end up with the man if they live with him. The guy does not propose. When we say 85% of the time, the number is high, and I think it's higher than that, but I'm just being nice, guys generally don't marry women they live with. That's just not the going rate. Guys don't even respect women like that. Why live with a guy and he's not going to marry you? That makes no sense. I don't get it. I talk to women and they tell me, women have told me, literally, I married the guy I shouldn't have married. And one lady said she lived with a guy. She said, but I don't want this. No, not this. She didn't even respect the guy. And the guy thinking, she told us, he likes me. She told us he likes her, but she didn't want him. The woman didn't respect him. Seriously. If your woman do not look up to you, I didn't talk about wife. I'm saying people live together and they want, that's your man, that's your woman, you're not married, and everything else is happening. If she telling other people she's not crazy about you, she gonna leave you at some point. She gonna divorce you. She gonna break up with you. Something's gonna happen. If you're not making a woman happy, seriously, she's not gonna stay. She's not gonna stay. You gotta make her happy. She is not gonna stay. And these women, the women that was married 3 times, the one dude married to them 3 times, 3 different women, right? But they was getting fed up. Because one thing about a woman, if you know nothing else, they share. There's other cultures, other countries, they share. They share the husband. I got it. But I grew up knowing this, and I was taught this by older people, right? A woman got to respect the man. And 2 women, 3 women, 4 women living in the same house, I was taught this by women. If they all live in the same house, guess what? At some point, there's going to be an implosion. Implosion, right? It's going to blow up from the inside. All these women in the same house, same kitchen, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It can't work because everybody wants to be number one. When women compete, women don't compete just to be on the side. They may be on the side for a minute, but at the same time, women want to be number one, not only number one, they want to be the only one. Seriously. Women don't want to compete. They might be naive. They might play the game with you, but they coming after you. They want to be number one, the only one. Seriously. They do not want to take second place. They suck it up for the moment, but they plotting. Women are so conniving, but they're smart. And Eve didn't just make Adam eat the fruit. Come on, somebody. She didn't make, dude, you better eat it. You're not getting nothing tonight. She came to him, lured him in. L-U-R-E, she lured him in. Seriously. And he said, okay, I guess I can try it. It's come from my beautiful wife. You know, and it wasn't even about wives and stuff back then. That language wasn't even big back then. You know, it's amazing. Boy, I'm getting all into this. You know, and I look at life and I'm like, wow. Little coconut water for my throat. But anyway, yeah. Women, you got to know what women want. Women don't want anything. They would tolerate a lot of things. But a black woman seriously will stick with you. A white woman may, you know, a Spanish woman may, but they're not known to stay through bad situations. White people don't like horrible times. If you ever dated a white person, you'll know. They don't like horrible time. They don't like the struggling time. They want the easy way out. Let's make this thing work and make it work now so mine doesn't impede my life because I still got to get to the spa. And they be saying, gee, you got to make sure you look out for me. Come on now. And so you got to know. You got to know the cultures and which ones have stick to it. They're going to stay with you to the end no matter what's happening, what's going on. I'm not leaving you just for better. And some women are like that. Some women are going to stay with you to the end no matter what. The earth can open up, the earthquakes can happen. It's like, baby, I'm with you. I'm here. Count on me. We together. If we like this, we like two peas in a pond. But the reality of it, what I was saying earlier, women can be like that, but they don't like to lose. Women, I don't care. The dumbest woman can be smarter than the smartest man, for real. So we got to know what we're signing up to. Do your investigations. Do your homework. Check out the dudes. Hire a private investigator. Don't let them know. Don't let them know you checking them out. Don't let them know you're spending your money. Come on, someone. Don't make it worth your while unless it is. Don't get involved in it. It's not worth your while. It's not what you. Don't invest your time into a relationship and you know that's not what you really want. Stop taking less when you can have so much more. Go for the gusto one time, get it right, save yourself in the process, and that way your feelings don't get hurt. We want to do everything one night. I got to know you. You seem like a nice guy. Here, let's go to bed. Come on, life got to be more exciting than that. It makes it more intriguing when there's a chase involved, when there's something you have to acquire to conquer. I am a conqueror. I'm going after, I got to conquer. I'm serious. If you want me to appreciate you, I have to conquer you. That's a man thing to do, to conquer. When the 8 Marines took on that hill, and now they got the Iwo Jima, they got the flag up and whatever, right? And it could have been 14, but I'm just giving an example. They took the hill and they held the flag up. I seen the bus of it, you know, Arlington Cemetery. But you know, we are conquerors. Men are conquerors. We're hunters. It's naturally in us. Women can hunt. I'm not saying you can't do it. It's just a natural. Men can't have children. Women can have children. It's just that's a natural function for women. It's just we have our own natural functions. But guys are conquerors. And you got to let him appreciate that conquering you, you know, and so he can appreciate you. Guys want to know what did I conquer? Not to control you, not to be a narcissist, none of that stuff. but to have a real, genuine relationship. I was looking at the research. I'm looking at these three guys. This man married to this sweet woman down here in Florida was the last year, right? And it's like they were hurt, devastated. But I said, I wonder in America. I'm sure it's happening all over the world. I'm sure it's happening in borders and countries. Look at P. Diddy. P. Diddy, I mean, the dude, I heard LeBron James say on the video, he said, ain't no party like a P. Diddy party. You know, and the thing is, people, I'll tell you, I'm a pastor, right? But I'm telling you, people love to have sex, all right? Animals love to have sex. You see animals that you're going to see them humping on top, even the heaviest animal. You know, hippos and just, you know, moose. They big, heavy animals. And they want to have sex too. Fat people, people that's overweight, they want to have sex. Skinny people, people that's underweight, they want to have sex. People with AIDS, they want to have sex. Everybody wants to have sex. People with STDs, people that are pregnant, they want to have sex. Everybody want to have sex. But why do we do it the wrong way? You know, I looked it up. I'm looking up, and I'm like, wow. I don't even know if I could get this up here. Let me see if I could get this up here. And just to show you that, you know, I pulled this thing up. You know, I'm just trying to see if I could get it by itself. Let me see here. Give me a second. Come on now. I don't know if I could get it up. I can't get it. I might have to just read it. Let me try it a different way. All right. Yeah, I got this thing I pulled. I wanted to try to share it with you guys. It just hit my mind. I said, let me just try something for a quick second. And I want to put it up as I read it. That way, you know, you could go find it as well. But it says polygamy. Y'all see that? Polygamy is the practice of having more than one spouse at the same time. So if you ain't know what being a bigamist or polygamy, that's all the same thing. Multiple wives kind of thing. It's kind of like selfish. So you can look at it as kind of prejudice, if you will. But you want to do it, but you're talking about everybody else, but you're doing it too. But the thing is, it's like you would not imagine people with multiple wives happening in America, people with other cultures in America, people in other religions in America, and you know, they have multiple wives. They got 2 and 3 wives. I know a dude in Africa, right? And the dude got like 4 wives, and the other 4 wives, 2 of them are sisters. All right? And so one's enough, seriously. But polygamy is the practice of having more than one spouse at the same time. Although it's illegal, who cares about anything being illegal? People got multiple girlfriends. That's not illegal. You can have as many girlfriends, many boyfriends as you want. It's not illegal in America. All right? And so it says, although it's illegal in America, there's 30 to 50,000. That's numbers of they got track of. And it's always more than the numbers you see reported. Like they say, a rape is happening at every 8 seconds or something like that. But that's only the ones that's reported. It's not counting the ones that's not reported. All right? And so you might say you got 2 million legal immigrants here. But it's more than that. That's just the numbers that was reported. You're only can keep a report and mark or track anything that's been reported. And so you go from there. But 30 to 50,000 people are practicing this in America right now, and they blame it on the Jewish Torah, because they talk about how they multiple wives, talk about David and them guys and Abraham, whatever, right? Jewish Torah, the Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible, and so it's a Christian Old Testament. So we're talking about regular life. But you see, even from the church perspective, this thing is happening. It's out of proportion because they can't report. They can't keep up with all this stuff. You got one religion, what Church of Latter-day Saints say, you can have multiple wives. You believe you're going to have that in the afterlife. When you start getting into all these different religions, it blows your mind. And I practice a religion where each man have his own wife, one at a time. and you do it the right way and you go from there. But anyway, the Jewish Torah and the Christian Old Testaments mention in several instances it happened back then, right? Acceptance of plural or multiple or people on the side relationships, it was accepted, period, including Abraham, David, and Jacob. But the practice was disavowed by many groups. So a lot of people don't practice it, but it still exists. It's still happening. People still doing it. People want multiple people to have sex with. One person's not enough. One person, people won't allow. Marriage is husband. They won't allow it to be enough. I'm telling you, one person is enough, for real. And I'm saying the essence, the outside looking in, I'm not talking about problems you got going on. You hate your husband, you hate your boyfriend, you hate the common law husband, you hate this. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about irreconcilable differences where people are not getting along, they hate each other, or somebody's cheating. I'm not talking about them. I'm just saying in general. You got wives right now know their husbands are cheating and it's okay. I'm telling you, it's happening. You got older women, they like, I know, but the boo, he bringing his money home to me. He bringing home their money to mama. That's what women would tell you. They bring the money home to mama. And relationship is more than just money. But for a lot of people, they will stop it. You got young people. I get excited with this, seriously. And they're like, long as I get the money, long as he bring the money home. I'll tell you, I want it all. I want fidelity. I want commitment. I want relationship. I'm telling you, and I was a cheater. I would accept nothing less than a commitment on full terms for anybody that I associate with. Nothing. I don't want nothing to do with anybody that cheats. Why? Because I made up my mind at this point in my life for the past 30 years of being married to my wife now that I'm going to be faithful. So that's my requirement. I'm not taking anything less than that. I don't know how. Once you hit a standard, you got to keep your standard. If your standard is to be loose or take what you can get, then that's your standard. You live with that. If you could be happy with that and be truthful, then that's your standard. If you say it and you're not happy with it, you're not truthful, you're lying to yourself. You're a hypocrite. Seriously. Go for what you want. Stop taking less. 30,000, that's only people that got married. So it's 30 to 50,000 people in plural families across this country, America, and we blame it on religion. It says the Utah, y'all know Utah, and them the Mormons, they believe in have multiple wives, and part of their religion, they believe when you're in the afterlife, if you got 10 wives here, you're gonna have 10 wives in the afterlife. That's crazy. But people believe that, and that's what they want to believe. So it may be crazy to me. I can't do that. I don't want, if I'm serving God and I still want to live the same life I'm living on this earth, and that's going to be our heaven, how is that a benefit? We ain't worried about women and men. The Bible I read says it's not going to be male, female. Jew, child, Greek. It don't matter what your culture is. It's not going to be in it. It ain't going to be a black heaven or a white heaven or red heaven, a green heaven, a Spanish heaven, a Russian heaven, a German. It's going to be heaven. You can't say in America, I'm a man. You got to say, I'm a black man. Why? What does it matter? I'm married to a white woman. What? You're married. Why we put all these terms on things? We practice discrimination all the time because we keep separating. I belong to a black church. Why? I belong to church. I'm telling you, I spent a lot of years of my life, and sometimes I'm the only black. But I had a job, and I didn't go describe to the people, I'm the only black at this job. Out of the last 50 people, I'm the only black that made it this far. I look back on my career, I expressed some of that stuff in my book, but a lot of times as I went up in the ranks, I was getting promoted, I was the only black, or one of 5 blacks. Out of 1,000 people, I might be one of 5 out of 1,000. But I made it, I was in the military, and so I didn't look at, hey, I graduated my class, and I spell it out for people, but I glad I made it. I needed a job. Come on. You know, we bring exclusion of outside influences to our life. And the bottom line, we're still practicing discrimination. We're racists, and you don't need to be. People are people. It shouldn't matter. You know, all this DEI stuff we're doing in the government. You know, it's just, it's Mike Tyson would say, it's ludicrous. Seriously, it's ludicrous. It's hypocritical. All the stuff that we do in this life. Y'all see these numbers up here and we blame it on church. And it says this, Church of Latter-day Saints from 1847, that's the 19th century, to 1890, going into the 20th century. Now we're going into 21st century. Come on. They've been practicing, the Church of Latter-day Saints, polygamy. Come on. Oh, even though they do it, in my mind, it's wrong. But that doesn't stop them from doing it because the law says that every religion get to do their own thing. You know, so it is what it is. My opinion not going to matter to that. My opinion not going to stop them from doing that. If I don't like it, if I like it, I could join it. If I don't like it, I can stay away from it. It's our choice. We don't have to practice. I could be a Muslim if I want to be a Muslim. I could be Jewish. I could be a Hinduist. I could be, you know, in the Indian religion. I could serve the devil. I could get in homosexual churches and stuff like that. I make a choice for holiness. I want to be cut off, you know, circumcised from everybody that's not like what I believe. For real. But people want to do what they want to do, so be it. It's your choice. You get to do it. Nobody get to tell you what to do. It's your choice. You have to live and die and be accountable for your own life, period. That's where life is. All right. We look at how many potential marriages that's happening. Y'all could copy this down. The link is at the top. Just search the link at the top and you can see this stuff yourself. It's crazy of the stuff that we have to deal with, the stuff that we have to look at. It's crazy. A number of people that's in these religions and in these relationships, and we blame it on religion. And at the end of the day, nobody goes and asks them women when there's multiple women in the same house, sleeping in the same bed, sharing your lives with, you know, the other people that's right there in your face. Nobody asked them, how do you feel about this? Nobody asked them. They talk about what everybody's doing. Nobody say, hey, wife of four, you one of four wives? How you feel about being one of four? Knowing in their heart, they want to be number one. They're like, I don't fit in with y'all. They want to be the best. They want to be different. But I'm sure that just like any other marriage, if you don't want four wives, you go divorce them and press on. You know, life is jacked up, but it's what you make it. We get a choice to make the choices we make, to live in the life that we're living, to do the things we do. We get a choice. Nobody's forcing this life on us, making us live as such, doing the stuff that we're doing. Nobody's making us do this. Nobody. We make a choice. We accept. If I'm an actor and I've been married fifth time, Mike Gilcreast, he's an actor. He played in this movie and he's on to his fifth wife. We look at it like, oh my God, this is so real. They should get a TV show so we can watch and be nosy about their life. They not doing nothing. What are they doing different that you're not doing? Only difference between celebrities and rich people and these people in the entertainment world, they got more money than you have. That's the only difference. They still have problems. They still get abortions. They still have babies out of wedlock. They still get married. They sleep with multiple people. It doesn't matter. They just got money. Only difference. They make the news, and you doing the same thing they're doing, you won't make the news. When I had all these women, I didn't make the news. They weren't knocking on my door. Hey, Mr. Gilcreast, we want to interview you. You was at the NBA party and stuff. What do you think about that? How many women did you get? How many numbers you get? Nobody asked me that, but let Magic Johnson do it. Hey, Magic, he ain't got to say nothing. We admired, looked at Magic Johnson, and he got 55 numbers. And it would be 56, but he left, and the girl was walking up to him. You know, But at some point in life, you don't care. Imagine you just don't care about how many women like him and this, that. You see, after a certain time, you grow up. And then all these things that made a difference, you don't care about anymore. You don't care. I don't care how many people like me and want to get with me and, oh, they want to jump my bones. They want to get my pants. I'm just a man. You know, we always want more, be heightening up everything. And then when we get it or we get access to it, we're not happy. That's not what I want. He's not the guy I thought. I think if most people got to meet these celebrities and they be single and they date them, they'll be like, oh, no, this dude's crazy. This guy crazy. Then you get to start watching their rituals in life and how they live life, and you're like, they just crazy. And then you like, you losing your hair, you going to the shop. Where I was doing the book signing, and what's her name? Bernadette Standish. She played the Stelma on Good Time. I was with her for a whole week. I watched dudes come in. Dudes, they came to my table. Watch this. I'm going to talk to her. This woman. The dude was telling me, the dude older. You know, I met the guy, so I know. I'm not even going to go details about him, but he's older. And he went over there kind of like in his pimp little walk, and that's why we used to say it back in the day. But he back in the day mindset, you know. And he like, I ain't gonna be hurt. Do you know that he left? He said, I gotta go get cleaned up. He went and got cleaned up, picked up a rose, put on his leisure suit. I saw him because he came and talked to us at the table. I'm saying the dude say. He telling us, like, well, I care about that. This dude, you know, he probably my age, you know, whatever, right? But I don't know. The dude going back, Thelma was back in the day. I probably 12 years old, you know? And he's like, oh, he grabbed us up like, oh, she do something to me. You don't know. This is a married woman over there. I'm saying people are crazy. People are we're in love with a figment of our imagination. And that makes us do crazy things. I got to get a man. Women talking about, I got to get a man because Gloria got a man, Sheila got a man, Bethany got a man, Samantha. I mean, they all got, I ain't got no man. That's not a reason to go get a dude. That's not a reason to start a relationship. We do a lot of stuff because of hype. Why? I'm getting pregnant because she got pregnant. You got sisters. I'm saying sisters getting pregnant at the same time. Different people, sometimes the same person, but we ain't going there on the show. But different people. And they get pregnant and had the kid around the same time because that one sister didn't want the other sister to outdo her. Why in the world are best friends and sisters competing with each other? I pull my brain left and right. I can't make sense. I can't make sense of that. I can't make sense. Why do sisters want to compete with one another? I don't get that one. I don't understand that one. Oh my God, that's probably another show by itself. You know, and it's amazed me on what we do for love, what people do for love. I should name my show that, What People Do for Love. Seriously, you know, the things that my show is what if. You know, what if your sister want to date your husband? What if your mom want to be with your boyfriend? I mean, what if your father want to be with your girlfriend? I mean, they make movies about it, so you know it's happening. I'm a pastor. I know incest happen, for real. I know people would go and date their son's girlfriend. Fathers would date their son's girlfriend. You know, there's some story in there, but was it Steve Harvey's daughter or somebody? Somebody was, you know, it was a father-son dating the same girl. I don't know, but anyway, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think a girl that would date the son and the father, she a hoe. I'm serious, she a hoe. She is a straight, you date a father and a son, a mother that would date her son's friend, she's a hoe. We call them, you're a woman. You're not a woman because you say you're a woman, you're a hoe. Each person should be identified to the one person at a time. everybody should be honorable. If Trump want to do something good, pass a law that if you have sex, you're going to jail. Pass that law. The only way to have sex, you must be married. That's the law that need to pass. People need to do 6 years of peace for anybody to have sex outside of marriage. Now, that's reality. Homosexualities and dudes raping dudes, they should get 50 years of peace for any dude to rape a dude. And you should get 100 years if for any man rape a woman. If they want to make laws, write those laws. The stuff we have in society is stupid. Women don't want to admit you're a hoe. If you ain't married to one guy at a time and he didn't die and you move on, you a hoe. You're going from man to man to man to man to man to man to man, and his sperm is all in you. He's typing you with his blood in your body. We're a bunch of whores. How do you find happiness when all you want to do is, best thing you got is your private part? Is that it? Through private parts could come life, but you also get disease. You also get cancer. You can get cancer by being with multiple people they call HPV. Come on, it's crazy. It's nonsense. Makes no sense in this God's green earth. People don't win. I'm not a hoe. I'm just looking at my options. You a hoe. That's why you can't settle down. No man, if you feel lonely, you go and cheat with another guy. You a hoe. You're not supposed to find happiness. You're not supposed to be in a good relationship. You know, love begets love. I don't get it. Let's ask some questions. We'll come back. We'll be back. We got more to talk about. I mean, I like just keeping things real. Hello to Linda. What's going on? I saw you, but I was heavy into it. So let's look at this question. What's this? Says wanting to be in love and be loved is part of humanity. That's it. It's a natural affection that's supposed to happen. We just abused it so much, and we don't take love as it should be at face value. It's always what we want it to be. We want to make it, and it doesn't work. Can men and women really just be friends? To a point, more associates than friends. To a point, can it happen? I'm sure, but there's extreme circumstances. But 80% of the time, I'm just using a high number. I'm just throwing it out there. Men and women shouldn't be friends. Because underlining most guys, not all guys, they want to get with you. So because of that, and some people know it, you can't be friends with them because you're not gonna have a good relationship. You cannot just be friends. No, do not do it. And so I don't want you to reap the benefits of it. You just can't be friends. Guys want to get with girls, and sometimes girls are really comfortable with gay guys. But even gay guys might get an unction to want to get with you because they might want you to be the one that break them out of that being gay. You know, it just, you know, make it a last resort. How about that? All right. Do you believe that if it was legal for a man to have more than one wife in America, would they have many wives? You know what? That's an easy one, Linda. That's an easy one. Yes. I right now, Mike Gilcreast, I will have multiple wives. If it was legal from the eyes of God, not the laws of the land, the eyes of God, it got to be from a biblical perspective, not Old Testaments either. New Testaments talk about how each man should have his own wife, and he that find wife find a good thing. So obtain the favor of the Lord. And so yes, but if from a God's point of view, if from the eyes of God, if it was lawful to have multiple wives, yes, I would have did it too. I would have had multiple wives, period. And so that's no brainer. I think that's probably for most guys. If it's legal to have multiple wives, no doubt about it, you know. But we should discipline ourselves to, you know, only have one at a time, and that works as well. All right. So that was probably my easiest question. All right. So last one. We're about to get out of here. If a man sleep with multiple women, is he a hoe? No, not the same. Not the, that topic comes up quite a bit, and so think about it. Me and my wife, we talk about this, and I've seen this already as well. And the reason why you could call him a hoe, you're a hoe because it means nothing. But think about it. Take a guy and put a guy with 10 women. The guy's in this room with 10 women, and he has the opportunity to have sex with each one, right? And so a woman and man can never be the same. He's not smart to sleep with a bunch of women because he could get AIDS, he could get somebody pregnant, he can get diseases and stuff like that, and his wallet's gonna be pretty empty if all 10 women he have sex with and all 10 women get pregnant and have his kid. He's gonna be, But the thing is, a guy could get those 10 women pregnant and go into the next room and get 10 women pregnant, and go to the next room and get 10 women pregnant, and go to the next room and get 10 women pregnant, and go to the next room and get 10 women pregnant. If a woman can't do that, because if a woman's in the room with 10 men, how many chances she have to get pregnant? Only once. And then if she has sex with all 10 men, she'll never know which one's the father unless they take a blood test. And then her ingestion period, because she's got pregnant one time, she can't have another kid for another 10 months after she did give birth to that one. See what I'm saying? So it's not the same. A guy could go and get thousands of women pregnant when a woman got to go through 9 months to bring forth that one child. And now her body takes all these different shapes. Now it gets stressed out of proportion. Now her beautiful body is not longer, it's not beautiful without stretch marks anymore. It's not beautiful because you're still beautiful, but now you got to deal with this, that, and other, this, that, and other, this, that, and other. That's the difference, all right? And so it's not the same. A woman sleep with multiple guys, she's a hoe, period. And guys don't look at her the same. So you take a woman that slept with a bunch of guys, right? I'm still in the conversation between men and women, and so now she wants to settle down and get married. So one of the questions that comes up, true or false, it comes out all the time anyway, right? And they're probably going to make a test for that down the line, where they could tell how many multiple partners you have, because that's a true. Guys want to know if a guy slept. I go so and say, I'm like Solomon. I had 1,000 wives. Solomon in the Bible. I have 1,000 wives, right? You probably can see my blood type in each of them women, all 1,000. It's impossible while a woman's pregnant to have get pregnant 1,000 times. She got to go through 9 months of being pregnant by the first time and whatever. But a guy at some point is going to ask her, and I said they may make a test for it to get the different bloods in your body from other people from having sex. And so that becomes like if a woman goes to a guy and she says, how many women you been? And you say 1,000, but I changed my life because I met you, right? And she said, okay, I think we could go from there. When I met my wife, I had a whole bunch of women. And I'm like, hey, I got to let you know, this is where I'm at. This is what I did. I was honest to my wife. She accepted me for who I was. She wanted me. She still wants me. She told me she would marry me again. And she's not looking at my past. But a dude, if my wife came to me, the woman wouldn't just use me. If she came to me and she said, we're about to get married. She'd say, I've been with 1,000 guys. I wouldn't marry her. Just like that. I wouldn't marry her. It's not even a thought. I am not marrying her. She could have said 50. She could have said 100. I wouldn't have married her. Guys have a different mindset when it comes to women sleeping with men versus women having a different mindset when it comes to men sleeping with a multitude of women. That's just our culture. It's our nature. It's how it is. I can't justify it. I'm telling you, it's how it is. Guys want women based on exclusiveness, exclusivity. Women want guys based on his secure position they call high value men, where he exists in life. Can you provide for me? Can you do this? Can you do that? And we look for the different things in the people. So I'm just putting it out there like that. All right. So hopefully I answered the question. What else? I don't know. Who is this? Do you believe? Oh yeah, we answered that one. Well, so, truth be told, all right. If truth be told, it says if a man sleep with multiple, he's a we could say that you could say I think he could be in your terms a whole whatever, but women don't look at guys like that. Women do not because the thing is, you think a woman wants most women want guys with experience, and that's how you get it. But guys don't want girls with experience. If you ever look at older guys, they always go to the younger women because they're less experienced. They don't want all that experience because the thing is, guys, it's a hard mindset because the way women talk down, women are nasty. They talk on the shows about how many times they went down on somebody or how many times they did this, that, and the other. They talk about everything. Women are vulgar. And I look at all these women when I see these shows, I say they're a bunch of hoes. They are a bunch of hoes. And because guys like exclusivity. Like you don't want someone that got access to your woman, because that means you're going to have less access to her. She's not going to be involved in the value, the statutes, how it works is not the same. I don't care how you put it, it's not the same. And so guys don't look at that. You can literally do act like a hoe. You know, he sleep with everything to move, but that's our nature. But when a guy settles down, he settles down, and that's the difference. If a woman connects to another guy, before I go to this, if a woman connects to another guy, she's actually left that guy she's with and she's involved in the next guy. Guys can sleep with 1,000 women and not be connected to one of them. That's the difference, right? And that's why they can't do the same thing. Anyway, God designed you like that, so you can't blame man, you blame God. All right, what is the correct name for him that if he's not whole? They call him a player, a gigolo, ladies' man, whatever. The terms are even nicer. Think about it. A woman get married. I'm just throwing scenarios, and you could say these questions for the next show because I'm about to get off. But what's the correct term for if they don't call? They call him players, gigolos, and stuff like that. They look at guys different. You know, I'm older. Guys gain more value when they get 40 years and older. They gain more votes. Most guys have made it through life. They can make it the money, And most of these young women, they don't want these guys 25 to 35 trying to figure out life, trying to get their life together. They want somebody that got together and they running with them. They don't want these inexperienced guys. I'm telling you, do your research. Ask them. They don't want this inexperienced. Guys don't want all these experienced women because they don't know how many guys you done did this, that, and the other to. And guys have to digest that. Guys are different. They want a woman to just be into him. I'm telling you. I'm telling you about my wife right now today. She could have came to me with high body counts and this, that, and the other. I just don't see women. My wife could be, I could be single right now. Right now. Women can't come to me and say, I've been with 50 guys. I've been with 25 guys. I've been with 15 guys. I'm like, I'm going down. And I'm like, okay, if I wasn't in church, I would hit it. Seriously. If I wasn't in church, I wasn't saved. I would hit it and I'm gone. But being in church, now I'm not even going to hit it. I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm moving on to the next one. You wait. If I was single today, you waste your time if you got a high body count and come talk to me. You wasting your time. I bring too much to the table to be with some promiscuous. I'm being nice. Because normally I say it a different way, a hoe. But to be with a promiscuous type woman who don't care about who she lay her body with. Guys want a woman he can respect. If she don't respect herself, that's just the way it is. And it doesn't matter how many women I've been with, right? My wife didn't hold that against me. I'm married to her, and next month be 31 years. And I'm telling you today, she did not hold my past against me. Even when we got married, I almost cheated on her, and she forgave me. But she knew what she was working with. She knew my heart. She knew where I'm at. She would not have stayed with me. She don't have to stay with me. She made a choice. I love you. I want what we have. I love what we got, and we're going forward. We talked about this stuff. Part of that's in my book, and I'm hoping that we could get part of that in the movie, you know. But the thing is, I never been faithful to any woman until I got married to my wife, and I almost messed up with that, and I didn't even pursue that relationship. That's another story. The girl was pursuing me, and I'm trying to be a happy, newly married man. I wasn't trying to do nothing, but that story's in my book. And so I'm like, I can't tell you all the details because I want you to read that story in the book. But I've been there. I'm not just talking. I lived the life. And I'm telling you my standards today. I don't want a hoe for a wife, for real. I don't know how to do it. Every guy got their own number. Some guys, it could be 20, and they good with that. But some guys, if it's 21, they don't want to mess with you. Some guys is 2. Some guys is 1. Some guys is 0. Everybody and the guy that did all this. A guy don't want a woman all experienced. A guy wants that woman to learn everything with him, for real. That's just how life works. I'm telling you how guys think. You can ask guys the same question. And when the dude got value to his life and he's doing the good things and right things, he cares about what his woman is. And it's just how life is. I'm putting it out. I hope everybody's, tell your friends about this conversation I'm having, because I like to put the truth out there. Women can say they high value. Guys don't care. If my wife was making more money than me, I didn't care about that. I don't need her money. I made enough money for both of us. Guys don't care about women like, I got a PhD, I got this, I got 2 practices, I got 6 houses, 40 cars. A guy don't care about none of that. None. My wife, the money she was making, I don't care nothing about every penny she was making. I don't need her money. I tell people all the time, she's making more than me. She's making more money than me. And the thing is, she didn't care about that. She cared about being with me. She gave it all up. I can't believe she trusted a man like me to say, I'm going to give everything to you. I'm trusting you the rest of my life. That's what I have. I knew I had the real deal. So I'm living my life. I'm telling you all. That's why I'm explaining it like this. Women think women can't be having 50 kids, 20 kids, 2 kids, 3 kids, whatever, and say, I'm leaving my man, I'm going to get somebody else. It ain't that easy. And when a woman say, a guy already know, go ahead, go see what's out there. He don't be nice to you. He don't sex you up and put you back on the streets. Them relationships don't turn out good. And get older, your chances of finding, you better, when you get older, you get 50, you got to look at somebody 65, 70, 80 to find, unless you're a cougar, you don't pay some young dude to do you. I gave y'all a whole lot. All right, we can talk more next time. Y'all, great questions, appreciate you. I just got to tell like it is. And talk to any guy about what I'm saying. Talk to them. And they'll be like, and if they don't agree with me, it's because they know you're going to argue with them. But if on faith, let them come on the show and ask me or confirm me. Because I would say the same thing if a guy was on my show. Let them come. Guys don't want anything. Guys want to feel like that man. Like, I got this. I'm taking care of this. Like, I take pride and knowing I foot the bill for my wife. She takes care of me, I take care of her. We take care of each other. We got it. All right, and that's it. Faith connect to the power words, bring forth reality of God. I always say that in my shows as I get ready to close. So much that we got involved with and stuff like that. I like to show my church because people are interested in coming to church. We're, making a pitch. We're trying to grow. And get it going forward. So we putting it out here, so we want people to be able to see us and say, you know what, I'm going to check them out. And we want you to come and check us out. So even though I'm a podcast, I'm an author and pretty soon I have film, I'm motivational speaking. So I'm traveling all over, and stuff like that. But that's how we do it. Come and join that with us, partner with us. We're down here in Florida in the Sunshine State. So we enjoy this. I enjoy living down here. And just having a wonderful time, and love the conversations, love the questions, and you got to do you, and I'm doing me, and so next time we should be back. It's Friday at 8:00, and so spread the word, about the show. Continue to tell people, say say this dude raw. He talks about everything. You got to bring it seriously. And if I couldn't be truthful, I wouldn't want to do this show. I get to be truthful. So I put that out there. So I do appreciate everybody. Appreciate everything we're doing, all the stuff we're saying. You see my book in the background. Get you a copy. Tell people that you know that's of Spanish descent, and let them know it's going to be in Spanish as well. And for everybody, it's going to be on audio. Oh my God, yes. And we make a move. The book is awesome. It's doing awesome things. We got plenty of books now. We're doing about to get some book signings coming, and go from there. But yeah. So I'll probably take a couple with me on my cruise because generally I sell books on the cruise. People are like, you got any books with you? So I try to take a couple, and go from there. But yeah. We're gonna have wonderful time until next time we meet. Go from there. But I'll try to be on Friday 8 and then Sunday at 8, and then I'll be on the following Sunday at 8. Because we're missing. So just give you a quick heads up on what we're doing, how we're doing it. And seriously, I appreciate you all. I thank you for joining the show and stuff like that, and how we're keeping it real. Keep God first in all we do.